Okay, so Tony, uh, how did the idea come about to integrate behavioral science into UNFPA's family planning and reproductive health support program?
Thanks. Well, let me start by talking about why we support family planning. Firstly, it's a reproductive right. And secondly, it's also a great investment by governments. In lower middle income countries, every euro spent on increasing women's access to family planning has on average an €8 return on investment. This is achieved through multiple benefits for individuals and governments, such as reduced child malnutrition, fewer women dying in childbirth, improved family livelihoods, not to mention government savings on healthcare costs and increased overall gross domestic product. In Asia and the Pacific, where I cover, there are around 130 million women who want to use contraception, but for some reason do not use it. And this is a massive missed opportunity for many countries. Even when you have strong and effective service delivery that is convenient and affordable, there are still barriers to exercising choice to use family planning. And many of those barriers are behavioral. The hesitance to use could be linked to stigma, lack of knowledge, fear of side effects, and many other reasons. National governments have incorporated behaviour change into national family planning programmes over many years. However, the tendency is to focus on service delivery, which is something they have more control over and is visible, rather than also systematically addressing these invisible barriers related to behaviour change. Behavioural interventions can also be outdated, not by applying the latest thinking. So I wanted to increase knowledge within UNFPA on how to apply effective behaviour change techniques to overcome these behavioural challenges.
Observia's expertise on applying behavioral science in healthcare concretely help UNFPA stakeholders support families.
Well, behavioral science has developed substantially as a scientific discipline over the last 20 plus years. And Observia is an expert in applying behavioral science in the health sector. UNFPA country offices provide technical assistance to their respective country governments on designing family planning programs. So I wanted to marry Observia's cutting edge expertise with UNFPA's reach and influence. In sharing your experience of applying behavioral science in the health sector, Observia can help our country-based staff to provide the best informed technical advice to our country counterparts. They will be better placed to guide the design and implementation of behaviour change programs so that service delivery results in increased uptake of family planning by those who need it most.
Well, thank you. Tony, I have to say this has been extremely rewarding for me as an individual, and Observia as a whole is pretty excited about the opportunity to be able to help out. The company is based on the idea of helping people manage their health, but very often so many of our activities are really focused on Europe. We do a fair amount of work in the Middle East and to a degree in Africa, but being able to help outside the idea of traditional healthcare, and particularly around family planning, and particularly in your region, is extraordinarily rewarding for us. And I really would like to sincerely thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, most welcome. And of course, yes, a massive thank you to donate your time and expertise. I think this is actually a very rare opportunity for the staff here. You know, often what happens is the only opportunity they get is if they're lucky to get a big donor project that has a behavior change component. An implementing partner comes in that's a specialist in this area, and then they learn through the experience of witnessing the process that the expert partner chooses. But that's really quite rare, and it's often not done in anything like the best way in employing these techniques is very rudimentary often, and so it's great to be able to kind of bring them up to speed on how to apply it. A few may well reach out in the coming days. I know Nepal is planning something around behavior changes here, so I hope they'll reach out and I've encouraged them already. So yeah, let's hope they make the most of it. And
Okay, great.
thanks again. It's been a real pleasure.